a couple of huge downpours yesterday, Kevin, but the good news is sunnier days are ahead. Today, Muscatine City Council will talk more about removing Mayor Diana Broderson from office. An Illinois woman is safe at home after she was missing for almost a week. 23-year-old Madeline Connolly is from the Chicagoland area. She was rescued in the Montana wilderness yesterday. Police say while visiting an uncle last Thursday, Connolly went on an overnight camping trip and didn't return. The search for her intensified when grizzly bear tracks were found in the area. Now, her family never lost faith that the avid hiker knew how to survive. Her uncle messaged her throughout the ordeal, even though there was no cell service.
I've been texting her the whole time.
Rescuers in a helicopter found both Connolly and her dog about 5 miles from her car. They are both reportedly in good condition. A Galesburg man is in the hospital after getting hit by a drunk driver while he was riding his bike. Police say Jacqueline Wells was in her Jeep early Tuesday morning when Andrew Toll was riding his bicycle. He says she started yelling at him and eventually crashed into him while he was on that bike. Toll is a retired police captain from Galesburg. Wells is facing reckless driving, DUI, and leaving the scene of an accident. During an emergency situation, local first responders say teamwork is critical. KWQC's Emma Ho gets a first-hand look as they practice high-stakes scenarios and put their communication skills to the test.
The biggest thing is that we know that we can rely on each other.
Throughout the day, agencies responded to reports of a terrorist attack and chemicals in the Mississippi River. The drills were coordinated by the U.S. Coast Guard and involved both Illinois and Iowa. A string of recent car thefts in the QC Metro is spreading to outlying communities, most recently Eldridge. Police say Monday night a car was reportedly stolen from Hunter Lane. Tuesday, police saw the car in Davenport. Officers say the driver sped away. The car still hasn't been found. And once again, police are warning everyone to be vigilant.
A lot of people out in this area say, well, I'm from a smaller community.
Police say the keys were in the car and it was unlocked when it was stolen. This investigation is ongoing. A hit and run near the I-74 bridge in a construction zone is a reminder to be aware on the road. KWQC's Terrace Miles spoke with the driver and shows us what police are saying about it. Bettendorf police also want to remind people that drivers can face fines of up to $1,000 if caught speeding in construction zones. Police in Mercer County are searching for the suspect accused of invading an elderly man's home and brutally beating him. They say a neighbor found 83-year-old Fred Ruth beaten inside his rural home Monday afternoon. The neighbor called 911 and authorities arrived on scene to find Ruth badly hurt. He was taken to the hospital shortly after. He is expected to survive.
They called the ambulance.
Police believe the incident began as a burglary. A TV is missing from the home. Multiple agencies are working together on this investigation. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Mercer County Sheriff's Department. Vandals are destroying dozens of headstones at the Mount Hope Cemetery in Maquoketa. 30 to 40 headstones were recently knocked over, some dating back to the 1800s. Some families noticed the damage recently while visiting their loved ones laid to rest. They say it's happened numerous times in the past.
We probably every other year have some kind of vandalism.
Lighting on the grounds could be costly, as well as a surveillance system. The cemetery filed a report with the Maquoketa Police Department. An investigation is underway. Drivers are facing expensive repairs after a number of cars were vandalized in Davenport. Police say windows were shot out with a BB gun. Police have reports of 5 cars damaged late Monday night or early Tuesday morning. But neighbors say that number could be as high as 8. Carol Johnson says it happens all the time. It's a weekly occurrence. Now she's concerned about her safety.
I feel sorry for the police.
We have more information on a story we first brought you here on Quad Cities Today. 2 people were hurt in a stabbing late Monday night in Davenport. Police responded to this disturbance near South Nevada Avenue and Rockingham Road just after 9 p.m. Both victims were taken to the hospital. Police say a 17-year-old from Davenport is one of them. He suffered serious and potentially life-threatening injuries. A 25-year-old man from Scott County was also stabbed. The Iowa Supreme Court is extending an order and blocking part of a new law. The law requires women to wait 72 hours before they can get an abortion. This temporary injunction was originally approved on Friday. The ruling filed Tuesday says that will remain in effect until a district court can take further action. Iowa Governor Terry Branstad is one step closer to being confirmed as U.S. ambassador to China. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee confirmed him yesterday, but the governor still has to be confirmed by the full Senate. Senator Chuck Grassley says that could happen as early as next week. He's also praising Branstad, saying, quote, Iowans have benefited firsthand from Governor Branstad's relationship with China. And if he's confirmed by the full Senate as expected, the United States as a whole will benefit. The governor was not in D.C. for that confirmation vote. Instead, he was in Des Moines signing that new fireworks bill. Bottle rockets, Roman candles, and most other consumer-grade fireworks will be legal to sell between June 1st and July 8th, as well as around the new year. For a long time, Iowa was among the few states banning the sale and use of most fireworks. Several vendors are now scrambling to get merchandise ready for June 1st.
We're very excited for it.
Fireworks sales in Iowa are expected to bring in about $1.5 million in sales tax revenue for the 2018 fiscal year. However, local fire departments say the new law will come at a cost. Davenport Fire Chief Lynn Washburn says with easier access to high-powered fireworks, more injuries and damage to property is expected. Cities and counties must allow the sale of fireworks, but they do not have to allow their use.
The police department and fire department have jointly.
Davenport City Council will discuss its options at a meeting happening 1 week from today. Well, get out and enjoy it, for sure. Even right now, if you're up right now, just go outside.
Yes, this streak of great days is coming to an end soon.
Yep.
Yeah, very soon, in fact.
People protesting the Dakota Access Pipeline have until 2 p.m. today to vacate the construction site they've occupied since last year. Several hundred activists are still living at the North Dakota camp. But there's a possibility for spring flooding, so they're being forced to leave the area. Representatives from the governor's office and the Army Corps of Engineers met with demonstrators yesterday. Anyone planning to stay after this 2 p.m. deadline will be arrested. The man accused of kidnapping an Erie couple and holding them for ransom says he's not guilty. Chad Skipper is facing 16 criminal charges, including home invasion, aggravated kidnapping, and theft. He's accused of breaking into the home of Larry and Constance Van Oosten, armed with a gun and wearing a face mask. The charges say he threatened to kill the couple and their family if they did not give him a $350,000 cashier's check. Police found them with non-life-threatening injuries in a Geneseo home owned by Skipper. Skipper's trial is set for April. There's a grand opening set for a new Dick's Sporting Goods in Davenport. The store is moving from its current location to a space further north on Elmore Avenue. Field and Stream as well as Golf Galaxy will be included, all three opening under one roof. The grand opening celebration is planned for March 10th through the 12th. A low-cost bus line is coming back to Iowa and offering service to the Quad Cities. In addition to Omaha, Des Moines, Coralville, and Chicago, Megabus riders will now have the option to stop in Moline. The last day Megabus functioned in Iowa was January 9th. Less than 2 months later, the company is announcing its plans to come back.
No, it was a surprise. I'm really happy to hear that.
Megabus will be back on March 1st. Tickets can still be bought online. There's a bill making its way through the Iowa legislature that would increase speed limits on interstates and high-speed roads. The new bill would increase the speed limit to 65 on some of those roads. On interstates, though, and other highways, the speed limit would go from 70 to 75. But not everyone is hoping for a change. According to Iowa State Patrol, there's a direct correlation between increased speed and accidents.
If the speed limit would go up or,
Iowa State Patrol also says speeding is to blame for more than 50% of traffic deaths in Iowa last year. There's still no word on when or if the bill will get passed. Good morning. You're watching Quad Cities Today. Take a look at all that fog out there. It was really dense in some parts of my drive this morning, but then it would just clear up and be totally fine.
Yeah,
so it's patchy.
I had to defog my windshield coming in.
Yes, me too.
It was so heavy,
Definitely patchy fog out there.